Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Another day of Astro Gravitational Report. Thank you for the click, likes, the shares, the subscribes. It helps a lot here. Thank you for the coffee as well. I'm kind of like getting a little better from yesterday. I've been here, a little bit the chills out, but it is what it is. The season of the cold. What are we talking about today? It took me a while to look at it, the charts, to kind of like assessing the energies as well. Very interesting, those 13 degrees that it's coming, plus tomorrow it's the 13th. But I mean, today it's 13th as you're watching it. Talking about this energy as the moon, it's entering Libra. A little bit about these parts, these cusps between Pisces and Aries. Pisces is the end. Pisces that 29 degrees 59 minutes, that the end of the end. Because at the next minute, which is that 30 degrees of Pisces or 0 degrees Aries, that is at the time of rebirth. Rebirth from coming out from this collective's energy and go back to the one self, go back to the one energy, go back into this unit. That is at a time when the soul enters the body. Okay, that is one of the first time you open your eyes and you finally realize that okay, I got in. Okay, I got in. I was in there, and so on. With and The next one though, it is about Virgo Libra. That is when you ending this personal energy and you're entering and start making a balance with others. Particularly with that balance with that Virgo Libra's energy as the moon guide us into it. We're gonna see some that today we're gonna be seeking the balance. The moon is gonna be start the moon's gonna be starting with this energy of bringing it this balance, harmony, peace. But that energy is going to be particularly pointing out towards the North Node. And thank you for guys for watching around the world. Appreciate it. Where do you live? I live in Spain, guys. I live in Spain. Okay, I'm rebuilding this 1887 house. Someday I'm gonna be giving you some heads up on how to repair it. Old ways a house. Was kind of like a pushing in there. I'm not a Spanish guy. No, mi no era español. Es posible, mi el pasado vida vive aquí en España. All right. But to go back into the astrology, in there I'm originally Bulgarian, but live here. So this balance that we are talking about here is going to be a very, very amazing. This energy is going to be coming in a little bit later in the afternoon. I want to show you what exactly I mean that in the afternoon when the moon is entering, that 13 degrees within. I don't know, is the camera dirty maybe or something? I don't know why is it not seeing it, but it is what it is. Okay, there he is. All right, there's that 13 degrees of Libra getting directly to the 13 degrees of the North Node. So this is gonna be some time for the balance, but that energy is gonna be coming at 6 o'clock in there. and so on. Yes, I can speak Russian, Serbian, Bulgarian, American, English. Okay, I have issues here in Europe with the British English a little bit. Some of the words is not, they don't comply a little bit, but that's what this is. But yes, что понимаешь, что пищу. Я понимаю их очень хорошо, если ты понимаешь. No, go back to the astrology, guys. I love I can talk and I can switch between languages, not a problem in there. But let's go back into astrology. All right, all right. The ascendant is going to be at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be with Mercury and Lilith in there. We're still seeing a these oppositions with Uranus. You don't like the sudden changes. You don't like the sudden things that it comes in with this. Venus, it still have only this square, particularly that square towards the North Node. You don't see it, you don't feel it, but the intuition today is going to be guiding you into that position. Your intuition is going to be, I want the peace, I want the love, I want the relationship, I want to have a balance. Enough with fights, okay? I have to get into this level. But first, I have to do it what? Through what I learned at Virgo. That transition, Virgo, Libra, it is very crucial because when you are ready within yourself, you get ready to be with others. You're not ready with yourself and you're trying to get in with others. Guess what's happening? It's a mess, right? So very important thing. The inner work at 7 o'clock is going to be with the moon in there. Beautiful, incredibly beautiful energies with Pluto. This is this beautiful trine with the transformations. People finally, you are going to be seeing that this, I need to be in a balance with others. And you're like, but what is it takes it to be in a balance of others, right? What is it going to take? What is going to be? So we're going to see it, even though in the next hour, particularly that Venus was that squaring with the North Node. Now the Moon is sextiling Venus. Now the Moon is giving that energy of the intuition that leads you. Is, you know what? You may not like it, the future that you see. You may not want the future that you see. But don't thinking about the future. Live now. Look at it in the moment. And this is going to be a very kind of like a hard time for Venus right now, particularly when you're trying to figure out the love and values, particularly within duality. What did you want? What did you get? How it's going to be? What it's going to be? You know, those are the things that it's normal because they existing since what? Since the greatest awakening of we have been. I mean, even in the tribal mode, you know, the female always was worried about it. Is the man killed the animal? It's going to bring some food, or it's going to be fishing. It's going to bring the fish, right? It is going to be maybe the wild animals who come in, right? It's normal. It is understandable. But it's the same thing it is about right now. What Venus has a very big conflict. It is about how others going to accept me in the society. Because guess what? Sagittarius, it is about you being in a VIP. You've been out within groups. You've been out within the publics. Hi, Pat. Thank you for coming in. And look at what this. Now the moon, it's like, don't worry about a society. Society is ruled by unwritten rules. And now, as this energy of the everyone wants to be loved and beloved, right? That energy is going to be coming from the moon. Is going to, you know what? Let me give you the proper support. Let me give you this little bit courage and the faith in you. All right. So in the next hour, we are talking about 10 o'clock. The inner work is going to be at Scorpio. This is going to challenging, of course, the shadow work. You don't do your shadow work, the shadow work is going to chase you. Let me repeat that. You don't do your shadow work, the shadow work is going to be chase you. It's the same things. The shadow is always chasing you. Okay? So, so now with those energies, be mindful about working environment, particularly because the ascendant it's at Capricorn in there, and this it is opposing Jupiter. You haven't not grow up to do a certain things. You need to figure out why. Okay, you need to figure out why. Those whys is gonna come back. They're gonna come in. Right now, we're also seeing it that the moon, as she's moving into the 9 degrees in there at Libra, she is getting this more power towards the North Node. It's like, you know what? I see what my head see. Okay, because this is the head of the dragon, right? Not the tail at Virgo. You are right now have these divine direct connections into the destiny. And now you can see it, right? You can see it. That, you know, the dead or the old and the growth and the transformations, they're gonna give you a new life. And this is what right now it's gonna be giving this directions from within. Hi, of course, the North Node is going to be coming in the next hour. This is going to be at 12 o'clock as the authority comes in. Right now, the Sun, it's also still having challenges, particularly with limitations. Be mindful about this because right now the Sun, it's looking to Saturn and Neptune. Saturn and Neptune, they are. I'm going to limit. I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to have a hope. I am not going to be. I'm going to be looking into the karma. Okay, Saturn is the karmic ruler. He's like, you should not pass if you haven't been. You should not get what you want to get if you're not ready for it. You cannot get into the new life isn't there. It's the same thing. If your soul vibrations doesn't match the soul vibrations that are here in the collective in the earth, so the vibration is going to be the same. There will be no quantum connections between your soul to reincarnate in the earth. Hopefully you get it, you know, with this. And you have to look inside of you. What are you going to be authorizing? How are you facing these challenges? And of course, the challenges that are facing, particularly with Mars, who is right now very impatient. Mars does not liking to go back into, you know, you have to do this karma. You have to do this process. You have to go ahead and fix this. You cannot do this in the society. You cannot do that. And Saturn is right now really beating up on Mars and says like, you know, dude, you maybe, you know, get in your VIP ego situations here, but that's not the way. When are you going to get to your soul? Right? Guilty consciousness triggers, that's Saturn. So this energy is going to be some interesting over the day. About 2 o'clock, the inner work of, again, to be mindful about this Capricorn energies because they are opposing Jupiter and Chiron. I mean, I'm tired of talking about them. I mention them every day in here. Look your immaturity turn to understanding. The understanding is going to help you how to mature. Boom. That's it. Try to heal it there, your inner child. All right, 3 o'clock. We are going to be seeing it at this 3 o'clock. The inner work is with Pluto. Transformations. There is nothing bad with change. The bad thing it is you know that you need to change and you're getting stuck, sitting on a one spot. And guess what? This evolutionary processes that it's coming in towards us. Because right now, what Pluto says, you are here to benefit in evolutionizing the society. Okay? You learn how to do the work. Now you have to perform the evolution. Would that going to be tied up to the revolution of humanity? Possibly yes, but what area that humanity is going to be evolving, right? We're going to be bringing it to this old understanding, let's go conquer and take everything and just take and take and take, or we are going to be understanding a high level of consciousness, how to cooperate with the universe and how to maintain the balance with the universe. See, the moon is going to be talking about this today to some of the individuals, right? Be mindful what you have at Libra, okay? Very interesting, particularly if you're a Libra, and particularly if you're like this guy that's talking to you, he's got the sun at 13 degrees. So he's talking from personal experience in here. All right, 4 o'clock, the inner work still is going to be at Aquarius, so the ascendant is going to be at Gemini. A lot of things is going to be filled within the air, but it's about how you're going to be socializing. See, if you want to evolve, guess what? You're talking with others how to evolve, and you start teaching them, but at the same time you're teaching you, right? That's the thing of Aquarius. Okay, that's what some of the people out there, they do all this socializing and all this, and have posting the same thing in there, and all kind of like a social platforms out there. They trying to there, but they don't get it that they have to teach themselves. You better start teaching yourself for yourself, not for the others. When you get ready, you start doing the right teachings, guess what's going to happen? The natural choice of the universe is going to work with you. Okay? And this is kind of like the little secret. And there. All right, 5 o'clock, we have the inner work is going to be at Pisces, square in Mercury. Be mindful about this. You're going to feel like certain things you should not say, you should not talk, you should be kind of like only for your thoughts. Yes, you got to have your own thoughts. Yes, you're individual. Yes, you got this. Okay? But you need to understand the difference between codependency and interdependency. If you get that understanding, that's going to be a perfect fire. Okay? It's going to be a perfect for you. All right, well, a lot of emotions is going to be coming into the next hour because the inner work is going to be between the North Node and Saturn, trining Jupiter in there. Go back and grow. You see, right now, Jupiter, who is retrograde in Cancer, says one thing. You never had that happy childhood, create a happy childhood. You never had and never learned in a happy family, create a happy family. You never been. He's going to be teaching us how to do it. It's not about doing it right now. It's about learning curve. And that's what Jupiter, it is squaring Chiron. But right now, he's there in the family. He's about to recreate different family environment. Okay? Environment that you wanted as a child, make it. And that's what Jupiter is going to say. You're going to experience it. Maybe not as a child, but it's going to be experienced as an adult. Because the adults did not know how to give you it as a child. You see, there's a lot of mystery in all this. Okay? Hi, there is a lot of divine energies from Jupiter towards the Sun, of course. In there, you're going to be feeling it, these energies. Right now, the Moon is exactly at that 6 o'clock, is going to be exactly with the North Node. These energies are going to be giving you some guidance and continue. Even we are talking about the next hour, is going to be challenging your transformation. The inner work, the ascendant in there, is that the inner work is in where? It's in Aries. It is opposing the Moon. Ascendant, it is opposing Pluto. It is at Leo, right? So right now you're going to be facing the challenges after you receive from the previous hour these guidelines. They're still going to come in more and more stronger, but the thing is, the difference between acceptance and denial. Okay, acceptance is when you feel it, the truth. Denial is when you feel the truth and it's like, you know what, no, this is BS. because you know how it feels when you speak the truth and you can determine the truth. You know how some when you lie, you're feeling the lies in there. But lying to yourself is one of the worst thing. And this is a that ego situations that's gonna coming in from this Leo side, trying to face off Pluto. Pluto is like, you know what? You need to change. You need to recreate yourself. Creation as process is the end result of the previous four energies. I am, I am providing, I communicate, and I have a family. Now I can create. And when you create, you're going into what? Revaluation process at Virgo. And I'm ready, and I'm proper, and I'm fine, and I did everything right, right? So this energy of the ascendant opposing Pluto in there is going to be asking you, have you evolved enough to transform? And guess what? We are going to see it in the next hour. This is going to be at 8 o'clock. This is this energy of Leo towards Pisces, towards the North Node, and the moon that it's coming. So it's going to be like this. Let me just show you guys. I know you wanted to see it. Hi, Alex. Thank you for coming in. All right, here, that's the ascendant. It's pointing out towards the North Node, right? The 13 degrees, and we are going to see that the moon is at 13 degrees, right? So now this is how it look, that energy is that when you create yourself with the divine, all of a sudden the portals are open. And that's what it is. The divine is coming to give you your guidance. It's divine is ready to work for you, with you, for you, to create a better, to be a better example, so that others can copy and paste in their life what you do. And this is these deep transformations that Pluto wants it. Okay, he's the transformations where first in the soul, right? So this is going to be some a very good thinking. Of course, in the next hour, the ascendant is going to be still at Leo, but it's divine energies with Saturn. And yes, you're going to have a get an approval from Saturn. Saturn, it says like, okay, approved. You did your karmic lessons. You learned the things. You did everything. Or he's going to be like a Gandalf. You shall not pass. Right? So this is one of the things that you're going to be few. You're going to understand. If you don't pass, why? It is the same thing like an exam. If they give you a don't pass, what you have to do, go back study, right? As long as you have the power, the patience. Please have a lot of patience because Mars right now it's very impatient. Hi, 10 o'clock, we have the inner work with Uranus. This is about the energy of the universe. It's coming within us. It's bringing it on it. And right now it tells us that we need to rewrite or go back of what we provide. What do we give? Okay. And what happened was that in order to receive, you also have to learn to give, right? But a lot of the energies that right now it's about, I want to receive with not much to give so I can gain. But the universe doesn't work that way because at some point the universe is going to take everything out of the way that you're supposed to because the universe has to make a balance. So be mindful about these energies of Uranus that it's going to be coming in because he can make changes like that, okay? All right. And at 11 o'clock, we're going to be facing at the past. The 11 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with the South Node, while the descendant is going to be with the North Node. And what are we calling ascendant and descendant? Ascendant, your ascension, that ascension process during the soul entering the earth is descending on the earth. That's where the first house and the seventh house is. I came here to be and find others. Relationships. That's what the seventh house is. That's what the seventh zodiac sign is. Libra, right? You to find others like you. You to be doing something with others up here. So you to find that balance. Okay? Now, if you cannot find the balance, that's mean that you have to work on this personal process down below from the first into the seventh house. Some other people, they came in just to do a spiritual work, and guess what? They have issues down below, right? So it all depends of how's your personal chart is for you. And I want to give you an extra hour. This is at about midnight. Be mindful about the midnight energies. There are gonna be lots of intensity. They're gonna be coming in. For some other people, can be a lot of the vibrations and the magnetism and the gravity is gonna be hot. Okay, this is like there is a huge resistor putting into the line of the electricity, and now the resistor is getting hot. The more resistance you making towards transformations, the hot you're going to get. So if you get in a high vibes, if you get in the hot temperatures, if you're getting all these hot vibrations within you, you are resisting the energies. They're trying to flow. Okay? This is in a kind of like a form of the inductions, heat. Okay? Creates the magnetic field, and the magnetic field hits the steel right in the middle. Imagine you're like this. Okay? So that induction is going to be work itself out, and that's how does it look like. If you have not seen it in astrology, that's what does it look like. Okay? So this is going to be impacting mostly who? Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces. But we have Saturn, we have the Sun and Mars and Venus, and we have the ascendant right in here. So the entering energy is trying to get down into Neptune and Saturn, right? But we have to resolve the situations deep down below so we can see what we have to do up there. Okay, so this is an energy that can come. So I'm suggesting you that if you do feel like this, cold shower, barefoot, stay in a cold water drinking, that can help you out. All right. So this was the astrogravitational report. I'm gonna be giving you a heads up what's cooking in the morning at 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon is gonna be at 19 degrees. In there, she's gonna be what? She's gonna be opposing Chiron. You cannot act as a child anymore. You need to learn these energies in there. Because right now the moon, it's going to be squaring Jupiter and opposing Chiron. Chiron is in Aries. My wounds on my inner child. Okay? Don't carry them. Decide that you want to leave. Decide that you're an adult. Decide that you're going to mature. Leave that pain, but create a life that builds your destiny and have a fate. And that's what the moon is going to be doing it for you. All right? Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. And guys, if you need some help, you can always email me at astroviber1111@gmail.com. Thank you so much. And come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Much love and good luck.